Okay, I'm in open A here on my other SG. So, how do you tune to open A? Everything's in standard tuning except for these three strings where you would make an A chord. They're all tuned a whole step up. Okay, so they're tuned 2 frets up. These three strings right here. Your second, third, and fourth strings are all tuned a whole step up to A. Okay, so now the guitar is in an open A chord. Then there's D at the 5th fret. E at the 7th fret. And A at the 12th fret. So, if you've watched any of my other videos on Open G, or if you know how to play in Open G, of course, anything you know in Open G is applicable to Open A. The intervals are the same. A is just a full step up from G. So, anything you know in Open G, you know in Open A. Now, for people who are just new to open tuning or slide guitar or whatever, I'm just going to go through some of the basics. So 1 chord, 5 chord, 4 chord, sorry, at the 5th fret, 5 chord at the 7th fret, 1 chord repeated at the 12th fret. And I like to just get at it, so I'm not going to give a lot of explanations on anything. Some things I have to go over in case some people are completely new to open tuning, or they think open A is different or whatever. So your basic shuffle notes in open A are okay, 1, the 2nd fret. So I'm approaching this as a completely new tuning, even though everything in Open G is blah 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 blah. You can play it in Open A. So your fingers on the 2nd, the 3rd, 4th string, and then you're hitting this, your 5th string, and then I'm damping. That comes in time. Repeat at the 5th fret. Only now I'm barring at the 5th fret on those strings, then I'm going. 7th fret. So, I always assume, when I'm making a video, I assume that you already know how to play the guitar. And that you already know, something about open tunings. But there are a whole bunch of cool, like one of the reasons I like Open A over Open G on the electric guitar is because it's the same with Open D and Open E. On the acoustic, I will play an Open D on the guitar, and on the electric, I'll usually play an Open E. And on the acoustic, I'll play an Open G, and on the electric, I'll play an Open A. And the reason being is because of the string tension. I find that, for me, Open G, even though a lot of people like Open G on the electric guitar, I do sometimes, but for some guitars, I find, and especially on this guitar in particular, it needs to be tuned to Open A because the strings are too loose in Open G. And it's the same thing with my my red SG. I tune it to Open E because tuned to Open D, it just sounds too muddy. So that extra bit of tension, but you can still do all those delta licks that I show. this lick right here, so this would be like your basic pentatonic. If you were to hold the chord down like this, you would have an A7. Okay? If you were to hold this, you would have an A7. Oops. This is where I play a lot of my turnarounds. And you can play a lot in here. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to the 7th. And I'm adding the, instead of the minor third, the major third. So you can play a lot in between the 1st fret, the 3rd fret, and the 5th fret, like any like open D and open G. So like in open G, what I'll do sometimes is I'll be playing between here, but I'll throw that D in. But we're in open A, so I'm going to start talking like we're in open A and not open G. Okay, so this is in E. So I'll throw the E in to give it a little more bottom end. So this would be a 7th. So we're in A, we're at 12th fret. This is the 7th, this is the same as here. There's so much stuff you can play. So what I was playing earlier when I first opened this video was I was going. It's harder to do on electrons though. So and then I'm on the A string. I'm using that A string as a drone. So I'm hitting the E, then the D string, or E string. This is tuned to this is tuned to an E now, yeah. So. That's a delta lick. And if you just keep droning on that, you can play all kinds of stuff. And here what I'm doing is I'm making that 7th chord. So where I was doing my turnaround on these two strings, so I'm on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, 4th, 3rd string, 4th fret. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 4th fret, 4th string, 3rd fret. So this is your A note. This is your 7th. Okay? So This is your 7th too. This is at the 5th, at the 7th fret, 3rd string, 5th, 6th string, 6th fret, 2nd string. So you could play around in here. There's so much stuff to play with. I could make like a 2-hour long video. But the thing is that nobody would watch it. Then we're going to come back and do the 4 chord. Okay, so on the 4 chord, we're at the 5th fret. So this will be our 7th here. Okay, this is our 7th. So like we were going here. So anyway, so I will just keep that bass going. And then go back to the 1. And then the 5. 4. Mix everything up. So, 4 chord. And when you're playing the you can do that too. We'll do it real slow so that you can see what fingers I'm doing, because I'm not really explaining it too well. See, I'm at a weird angle here too, so I'm not like if I was playing this, you know, I'm kind of back like this. But when I'm bent forward like this, I can't really see. I make a lot of mistakes. So that's the 7th of your 4 chord. There's your 4 chord, there's your 7th. Now we'll go on to the 5 chord. It's the same thing. Only now the bass that I'm using is the E, because this is the E chord. Okay. Then I change the bass to this one. Okay. And just remember that when you're playing in this tuning, whenever you want to get that bottom end, you want a real bottom endy sound, to throw that E in there. So if I'm playing, Okay? Something else I'd like to touch on too that I haven't before, I don't think, is that some people don't play on their pinky. It's not comfortable for them. Right? They'll play on this finger. I started out on this finger, and I still play on it sometimes. I'm going to get a different slide though. I'm going to get something a little lighter. This is a piece of copper off a pipe. So you don't have to go buy a slide. You can just cut a piece of copper. Anyway, I like copper. I don't like that particular one because it's a bit too long. I'll try this one. This one's a little shorter. I like this one. But this is just copper. Copper's got a softer sound to it. To me. So you want to slide into chords, okay? You want to slide down to them. You want to really milk it. And make use of those where I showed you where the 7th is, okay? Because the 7th is here. We'll go back to the 4 chord for a minute. You can use all these notes. Okay? It's the same thing as when I'm playing on the 1 chord and I'm going to the 3rd fret. I will use those. So just remember that from your chord you're going for a step and a half. So I only know how to play slide. I don't know a lot of technical terms or, I just know it by ear. So you're going from, and if you're on your 5 chord, so you're going a step and a half. So if you're playing on the treble string, so sliding down to chords, sliding into chords. I use that note a lot too. On the this note, I'll go on your 1st string, your 2nd string, first fret. Okay. That's a more major sound. So rather than going on the 3rd fret, I'm going on the 2nd. talk about too, is these bass notes. I know I've done this in other tunings too, and I can't stress this enough. So I use this note, the my fifth string, the A, for my one chord, which is A, 7, and I also use it for the 4 chord. And for your 5 chord, I use the E. Switch back to the But what I'd like to say about this, I don't know if I've said this in a video before. When I'm playing this, I'm playing on the beat, and I'm pinching off the beat. So sometimes you're on the beat. I don't know when, like how to explain it any better than that. I can't slow it down and do it exactly when I play off the beat and on the beat. You kind of have to feel it. I learned it from guys like Lightnin Hopkins. And you're kind of, it's weaving in and out. You know what I mean? You're not doing it all the time. You're kind of weaving in and out, okay? So now I really have the distortion or the overdrive cranked on this thing, so. So, I like Gibson guitars because they really sustain. I mean, I play an open tuning on my Fenders too. But yeah, if you really crank it, this is a fun tuning. It's a fun tuning to jam with other people. something else I wanted to say too. We're going to go up. We did the 4 chord 7th, the 5 chord 7th. We're going to also, this is your 4 chord here. Okay, remember down here we're in A. This is your A7, which you can use as a turnaround if you want to. But here is your 4 chord at the 5th fret. Okay, well here it is again. But we're using the same type of position or intervals or whatever notes is down in the A. So this would be your A7, A major, if you put that note there. So we are at the 8th fret. So this is your 4, this is your 7, so you can make a full 7 here. So there's your major, there's your 7. Here's your major, 5 chord, and here's your 7. Okay? So just like down here where you can play these little lead notes. You could do the same thing up here. So you have all these notes. So all these lead notes you can do here. And here. So that is open A. That's the basics of it. And if you're, you know, a rocker and there's your A power chord. If you want to blues it up. Same thing. At the 5th fret is your power chord. 7th fret, your E power chord. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for checking it out.